Hello, lads. Well now, what's all this in aid of, eh? You fellas earning too much money or summat? Hello, lads. Well then, what's all this in aid of, eh? You fellas making too much money or something?
Where have you sprung from all of a sudden?
Well, you sent for us.
3 days ago.
I'm sorry about that. I've been a bit pushed. I've got a big area to cover.
Well, it's all push till job's stopped, then you come chasing down like a blue-horse fly.
I still keep tabs on what's happening.
Oh, they're swapping notes with General over there.
I haven't seen him. I haven't clapped eyes on the agent since I was here a week ago.
On the blower, and you cocked it up on a blow like you'd always do.
I cocked nothing up.
Still, you should have seen us
You
first.
put that lark out, Eddie.
You prove us wrong then. Less than an hour ago, we call a meeting to decide to stop the job.
I shouldn't have.
The agent goes in the office and gets on the phone to the union and speaks to you, right? He comes out the office and Yorkie gets the hard word. That isn't a carve-up, I don't know what is.
There's been no carve.
Then what brings you down here now?
I've told you.
You've told us nothing. For 3 days we've been trying to get hold of you, and all you've done is sling us a deafen. Now when job's stopped and balloons gone up, you show your face.
The queer fella sent for him, because he got on the phone to the union and said, Mr. Mason, will you come down? The animals are broke out the zoo. Will you put them back in again? You ponce.
One more crack like that, Eddie, and I'll have you branched.
I'll stick just right in your bleeding whiskers.
Eddie, hey, let's have none of that.
You pillock.
Now, look, lads. There's no use any of us going off half-cocked. That'll get us nowhere. Eddie here is trying to get me boned. But that's all right, I'm used to it. Being union organiser, I'm used to being shot at. It's part of the job. But, let's cut out the fisticuffs, eh? Let's show a bit of respect for one another and for the organisation.
We're not kids brawling in the gutter. You fellas have got something to kick about. Well, all right, we'll discuss it. But let's go inside the cabin and sort it out in there.
Not out here where everybody can see
But
us.
first we'll wait to Yorkie.
Where is it?
Looking right down on you, Mr. Mason.
What's he doing up there?
Setting a stall out.
What about Yorkie, then?
No chance. The gaffer won't budge an inch.
Oh, never mind, Gaffer. What you gonna do about it?
Do? He's already done it, hasn't he?
I've warned you before, Eddie. Cut that out.
Out of the way and get stuffed.
Nix, Eddie, nix. Wait till Yorkie comes.
He's here now.
Now we'll see what happens.
What's all this about, Yorkie?
Took your time getting here, didn't you?
Well, he's a busy fella nowadays.
Started with safety, finished up with me getting the hammer.
He knows all about it, Yorkie. He just said, now the gaffer won't budge.
And the job still stops.
See, that's all he's bothered about.
Of course I'm bothered.
Yeah, it stopped, and it's gonna stay that way till Yorkie gets reinstated.
That kind of talk's not going to help things any, Steve.
No, but it's the only way he'll get his job back, isn't it?
What's all this about safety, then?
Same as it was a week ago when I talked to you in Union office. He's broken every rule in the book.
Yesterday, Pinocchio got hit with a brick what fell off scaffold.
7 stitches in his crust.
Well, how did it happen?
No overhead scaffolding, protect the brickies working down below.
Look, you can see for yourself. Look at the state of that scaffold.
All down there, everything.
Well, there's no excuse for this. But why didn't you nail the safety officer? He could have sorted this lot for you.
Because the safety officer happens to be the foreman. And every time I went to him as Federation steward, all I got were words and promises.
3 accidents in 4 weeks. No serious touchwood, but it could have been.
Look, you leave this with me. I'll see the agent and get it sorted out. There's one thing the union won't wear, and that's the breaking of safety rules. In fact, I'll go and see him now.
Hang on a minute, Mason. There's something you forgot, isn't there? The gaffer's pieced Yorkie up.
Well, that's something else again, isn't
Don't
it?
come the abdas with me. If he puts on our papers right, then Yorkie's right. And it's your job to go in the office and tell the queer fella. If he gets the sack, we're all down the road with him, and you're to be leading the procession.
What good will that do? You'll get no backing from the union, I'll tell you that now.
The union?
You knew the block was on, and yet you still went ahead with it. It's the same on every job you go on.
I do what you're paid to do, and don't.
You had a good case here.
Aye, and because Yorkie called a meeting about it, which as Fed steward it was his job to do, and because meeting voted to stop work, Gaffer sacks him.
This fella's had his knife in you ever since he got on the site. He's been waiting for something to happen. And when you called this strike, that were it. You dropped straight into his lap.
Maybe you don't hear so good. It wasn't just him what called this strike, it was us and all.
May I say something? I'm not familiar with union rules and procedure. I've never been involved in anything like this before. Only started 2 weeks ago. I'm a student. All I want to say, Mr. Mason, is that the decision to stop work was taken democratically at a properly convened meeting.
Proper? How do you know what's proper and what isn't? But he's only a student.
That's why I abstained from voting, but I was there, and not one man voted against the resolution.
Wait a minute. It's all right you cheering. You can shout and bawl all you want, but it makes no odds. Yorkie knew the score if you didn't. It was his job as Fed steward to call me in first before there was any talk of strike. He broke the rules, the gaffers got him on toast, and there's nothing we can do about it.
How much are they paying you, Mr. Mason?
Then what you're saying is that we're supposed to stand by and watch Yorkie go down the road for doing something that needed doing, and that we all helped him to do it first place? That's what you're saying, isn't it?
It isn't me that's saying it, it's the union.
All right, that's enough. Break it up. Come on there, break it up. What's happening?
The lads have a genuine grievance on safety, Mr. Crawford, and I want something doing about it.
All right, I'm prepared to listen, providing I get back to work first.
Then there's the other.
Aye, Yorkie here. They reckon he's had a raw deal.
Look, I told you on the phone, he goes, and that's that. I've had a belly full of Yorkie in his capers.
Look, maybe we could go in the office and talk about it again. Arrange something.
Oh, you've got to say you out here in front of us.
There's nothing to say. I said all I've had to say on that. I'm prepared to discuss safety with you or anything else. But as far as Yorkie goes, it's a waste of time. He's finished. And you fellas had better make up your minds fast. Either clear off the site or get back to work.
Aye, come on, lads. Do as Mr. Crawford says and go on back. I'll see you get what you want.
Judas bastard.
Leave it. There you are, lads. Now you see it. Now you see it for yourselves. Mason, £27.10 a week. Drives a car paid for by the union. Carries a little ticket saying he's an organiser. He's not worth a light. You order with your money, don't you? Take him. He's all yours. Right, lads!
Only make things worse. Just one way of preventing this, Mr. Crawford.
No, this time he's gone too far.
There's ways of doing things. I told you on the phone this morning. Keep it off the boil, I said. Let's keep talking till it blows over.
I run this site, not Yorkie.
Not without men, you don't.
I'll get more.
Not labour only.
I didn't say that.
Your firm has an agreement with us there'll be no lump men employed on any of your sites.
Well, I'll arrange transfers from other jobs. Won't be difficult.
I wouldn't bank on that either. There isn't a man in this town can organise a strike like Yorkie.
Because you're
Use your loaf, Mr. Crawford. We've got more reason to clip his wings than you have. If you'll take my advice, you'll keep him on. I can handle it for you.
I'll make no deals with Yorkie.
Then you've got a strike on your hands.
Look, I can't take him back. I mean, this job's got another year to go at least. If I do, the word'll get round, they'll have me by the throat.
Look, I need something to offer him. I can't go empty-handed. You reinstate Yorkie on conditions the union takes away his steward's credentials. They'll accept that. A new steward's elected. You transfer Yorkie to another site, and that's it. You do what you like with him. He has no power, he's a nothing. What do you say?
I'm making no deals. I want him sacked.
Suit yourself. You don't make things any easier for us, do you?
Hey, where's that student lad then? The one with the headpiece?
Must be still inside.
Hey, lad, here a minute, Yorkie wants you. Drawn up democratically at a properly convened meeting. He's got the gift of the gab, all right.
Aye. I say, you can help us draft out a leaflet, if you will.
Leaflet?
Well, you don't have to, you know, not if you don't want. It's up to you.
I don't mind.
Come on, lad. How you getting on?
Today the men employed by the Nielsen Construction Company were compelled to take strike action in defense of a shop steward dismissed.
No, just a minute. Hang on a minute.
What's wrong?
There's too many words. Look, bread, land, peace. Lenin started a bloody revolution with them 3 words. All we're trying to do is fight a strike. When you come to dishing these out, you know, on the job or around the alehouse, this average fella hasn't got time to read all that small print, so you hit him with big words that stand out. You don't overload it, and you leave a lot of white spaces in between. Something like Nielsen men strike, steward victimised, union backs down. Get the idea?
Yeah, sort of more concise and graphic.
Aye, you've got it. Make it simple, make it honest, make it hard.
Dispute at Nielsen's. Steward victimised. Scab labour recruited. Union leader sells out, yeah? Our fight is your fight. What you doing that for?
It pays. Always best to empty your pockets out beforehand, just in case. It makes it less easy for them to trace you if out happens. Tie and all.
Eh?
Well, that thing could turn into a noose, lad, if some copper decides to swing on it, couldn't it?
See that mixer banging it up, eh?
Well, who started it anyway?
6 to 4, it's that bent bastard I told you about. That labourer started last Monday.
I can't see anyone, can you?
Ah, but the agent codding it up. Make us think Job's doing.
I'll cut him up to get. Stop that frigging mixer!
Hey, here's Yorkie.
Now then, what's going on? None of our lads working, is there?
No, it's the agent having fun and games with himself.
Trying it on.
As long as it keeps him happy.
Well, there's nothing else happening. Are you sure it's on the level?
According to what I heard, out of town, men.
Hey, why don't we put pickets on, Yorkie?
Because as long as Union won't make this stoppage official, they can nab us any time they like. And if there's going to be a scrap, well, I'd sooner we pick time and place.
Which is now if them bastards turn up.
Well, here come the scabheaders now.
Looks like it's on, then. Right, lads, now keep it well spread out and wait till I give the wire. I'll see if I can spot them from further up. Oh, Steve, watch out for the boy here. He doesn't know what it's all about yet.
Hey, what you doing?
You can be surprised what difference it makes. Because if they land you on, you see, you get the bump without the swelling, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you can't fight, wear a big hat.
I've not had a leg over since strike started.
One out, all out.
Tell him you're a student, they might go easy on you.
Is there no chance of appealing to these men, explaining how they're being used?
Feel into a blackleg, are you kidding?
Well, I tell you what, Mike. I'll crack him first, and then you explain to them while I'm cracking, eh?
Aye, hey, something's happening.
Grab him, Kelly! Ah, you
Eddie! 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 Eddie!
Too many of them. Come on, get out of it.
They've got Eddie!
Never mind, Eddie. There's too many of them. Come on, at it.
Eddie!
We've had it. Come on.
It's 6:15.
I'll try and cop him.
How long is it since you made your last confession?
It's me, Father. Mason. We have an appointment. Remember, Father, I phoned you this afternoon.
Oh, yes. So you did. This man, is he with you?
Outside, waiting. He's been here since 5 o'clock, like you said.
Sorry about that. Father Gormley wasn't feeling too well, and I had to take his place.
What time do you finish?
Are the many outside there waiting?
No, Father.
Well, in that case, Father Kelly can stand in for me, and we can talk in the vestry.
Thank you, Father.
But seeing as you're here anyway, I may as well hear your confession.
Sorry, Father. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. This is Mr. Crawford, Father.
This way, we can talk in the vestry.
Downing Street, number 10. 1 and 3, 13. 1 and 4, 14. All the 6s, 66. All the 3s, 33. 3 and 5, 35. 8 and 5, 85. 4 and 8, 48. 1 and 2.
It's 1:30, you know. Perhaps you picked the wrong night for a meeting.
There's something wrong somewhere. How many of these we got left?
About 500.
No, that's a good leaflet. I say you did a good job on this, mate.
Only us here, then.
Well, let the nobody down at bar.
Gravedigger and 1 or 2 others.
It's a wonder Martin hasn't turned up.
I'm not surprised.
No, a dishing leaflets out with him myself. How do you mean?
You know who's put skids under us, don't you? George hand over at God Factory.
Father Murphy.
Had 'em all at it. Had a go at you and all this morning at Mass, blaming you for what happened to Eddie. Been up and down the street all day, knocking on doors, chatting to the women.
Where'd you get all this from?
Mrs. told us. All left-footers in our family except me. Only 5 Hail Marys went for me when I get them home. No danger.
Knew there was something.
I don't understand. I mean, why should the men take any notice of what the priest says? They know what happened.
It's not only the priest, lad. They've all had a bite at the cherry. All had a go at us. Union, papers, the lot. Especially we had to get in time and all.
Ah, well, never mind. We can hold meeting tomorrow night. It'll give us time to dish out the rest of these leaflets.
I shan't be there, Yorkie. Well, what's the point?
Quit denying.
Are you serious?
You know me better than that, Yorkie. I've been in more strikes than soft meat, and I'd stay out till doomsday if I thought we had a chance.
How about the other scaffolders?
Same. We just priced a job over in Stockport. Start there tomorrow morning.
On the lump.
Why not? Union's no bottle, and from now on I fight my own battles. Stod the union.
That's no answer, Steve. You know that as well as I do.
You can't fight them all, Yorkie. Gaffers, union, and now the clerics. It's like pulling a cart uphill.
Mason isn't union. He's not but a parasite that feeds on it.
All the same.
Well, what's wrong with you two? Why don't you put up for office?
What, me, Steve? We'd never get past the selection panel. They'd bomb us out.
Selection panel? You mean they've
Correct.
vet you?
Set up by the executive to screen members who want to stand for office.
See, this panel officially exists to make sure you can read and write before you can become an organiser.
Sort of literacy test, you mean?
Literacy, me arse. If you don't speak their language, you're out.
They've got us all roads.
Still, it's a pity. Had a feeling this time it might work out different. Thought we might make something on it. Well, it all adds up to note.
Well, that depends who's doing the bookkeeping, doesn't it?
Like a bloody ball, Yorkie. Harder the itcher, the harder you bounce. Fancy a pint downstairs, then?
Aye. Oh, we'll follow you down, Steve. He's a good one.
How can you say that when he's just walking out on you?
We'll be back. That's all kidology. See, fellas like Steve can't keep the mouth shut for long. He'll button up for a month or so and then he'll explode and they'll bounce him out on his ear. I don't know, it's almost like a religion. And once you get the taste of it...
What about these?
Leave them. All over by the shouting now, isn't it? Well, there'll be other jobs.
Don't you feel frustrated or feel anything?
Of course I do, lad. I feel bloody lousy. So I'm going to have a few scoops, cop for me, and get my leg over. Come on, lad.
In Hindustan, where the golden peacock spreads its golden fan. In Hindustan, where the golden sunlight kissed the golden sand. In Hindustan, that I met you and the world began.
Hello.
Hello, Yorkie. You're in early tonight.
Hi, this is Mike. How do you do? Been on the job with us.
Don't look like no builder to me.
He's a student. Mind, she could teach you a thing or two. That. Oh. Couple of pints of bitter, mate, quick as you can.
Coming up.
Ta. Over here, lad. Sit you down.
Thanks. She seems a nice woman.
Ah, she's all right, isn't she? Bit of a hard one sometimes, but in between the jigs and reels, all right.
Yorkie, have you ever been married?
No, I've always steered clear of it. I've got naught against marriage, mind, but when a chap's single on his own, like, he can risk a good battering, not worry. If he's got a wife and kids to think about, he's either got to toe the line and keep it shut, or have a go and have to worry about them. Seen many a good lad broken, man. Anyway, who the hell would want to marry me? No. I couldn't see you, Steve. Where were you sitting?
Over there with Red Dean and his crowd.
I want a word with him later. No, Alec. Oh, Mike, this is the grave digger. We call him that because he once worked on the cemetery.
I was on the skeleton staff there.
Hello, mate.
2 pints, yes, 4 ones at Yorkie.
That's right, Levi. You best bring another two now that these two have turned up.
Yeah, and better bring the same again, love.
Not for me, thanks.
Oh, go on, put a bit of lead in your pencil.
No, leave me.
Sure?
Hey, make up your minds then. 5.5 pints, is that right?
All right, I'll have a half.
Right.
I'll have to cop on to the Red Dean after, see if I can get a start on his job.
No chance. You knows General there, don't you?
The Inquisitor.
You let everybody who goes for a bend. Red Dean's only hanging on with the skin of his teeth, and they'll caught him first chance they get.
I'll have to get in some way.
Why not come with us on the lump? Well, it's either that to get inside, because Blockton's all on us now.
You can say that again.
No, I'll find some.
You know what it all wants, don't you?
Yeah. Well, I know.
No, serious, like. You remember 2 years ago when we tried to set up those action committees?
Stewards' Council.
Yes.
Aye, and we come unstuck.
Only because we didn't organise them properly. I mean, there's loads of blokes like us ready to have a go. You can feel it on the site. It's like a bomb ready to go off.
So?
Well, the thing is this. We're all spread out on different jobs, each one battling away on his own, and it's no good. The gaffers have got you every time, I believe. Yeah, united we stand, divided we fall.
Look, now, what it needs...
We know what it needs, Alec. But blokes like Mason will put us button in every time.
Yeah, because they're scared of us getting together, that's why.
We know that and all. Just had a week on it, haven't we?
Grave digger's right, though, Steve.
Yeah, of course,
But we tried it once and failed.
Well, all the same reason for us to try it again. I mean, we've learned 1 or 2 lessons since last time, haven't we?
It's all right, him said in his case, Yorkie. 9 months under X, no strikes, wages every week, and a missus at working part-time.
All right, I'll pack it in. If you're prepared to have a go, I'll spew it.
But look, here's what we do. Now, you go along there in the morning, like you say, and keep your nose clean. Head down, tail up, earn the coppers. As soon as you get yourself straight, the 3 of us... Aye, because you'll be back at school, won't you? Back at the university. The 3 of us will have a look round, get in somewhere.
Yeah, well, we want a big job, something that'll last. Organise that one, flit to another job. Organise that one, flit somewhere else.
I've had some of this flitting lot. You know what'll happen, don't you? We'll flit right on the bleeding arses. The minute we show our face, skids will be under us.
Not if we travel far enough, lad.
Yeah, well, we want a power station or something. Something that'll last.
Is this what you do? I mean, sit here discussing strikes when all the time...
To the heads. Hi, Kale. So that'll pay for the round.
Is this what you do?
It's all right, Daddy. Mike's safe enough. He just don't understand, that's all.
I understand that all the time the people are crying out for houses and hospitals and schools, and here you...
Now, look, you saw what happened on the last job, didn't you? Well, you made a speech about it.
Because I agreed with you. I still do, but this is different.
Different only because you were involved in that one. But every job's the same.
Yeah, it's a meat market, isn't it, lad? We sell, they buy. If they can't treat it like pigs, they will do. But tell us something, lad. No offence, like. You a Conservative?
What's that got to do with it? I'm talking about strikes and the harm they do.
Yeah, and we're the ones that are causing, eh?
Well, isn't that what you're discussing? Only you call it organising.
More to it than that, Mike. A lot more. Oh, Alec, how much money have you got on you?
Oh, but it's Sunday, Yorkie. Only about 30 bob. Why do you want to borrow?
30 bob. He works regular. Never loses time unless he has to.
Oh, but I can't afford to with 4 nippers now, can I?
He's a builder. He's been a builder all his life. He's a brickie, same as I am, and he's a good one. He's worked on private estates, luxury flats, big hotels. Where do you reckon he lives, eh? In a council house he had to wait 10 years for.
It's wrong, I agree with you.
Oh, wrong is bloody diabolical.
Well, what's the answer then? I'm sure that striking for a larger share of the profits isn't going to solve anything. You're just playing them at the same game.
We're not fighting for a share of Outland. We want the lot. We want them off our backs.
And then what?
Look, there's 84,000 gaffers in the building industry in this country. Of them, about 81,000 employ less than 50 men apiece, all nibbling at the one cherry, right? So you tell me what the answer is.
There's only one answer and it's obvious. Nationalisation. Get shot of the lot of them, finito caput.
Nationalisation with the lads running it themselves. Not like in the mines, you know, where they only swap one lot of gaffers for another.
Hey, she's fixed it for us, Yorkie.
Oh, a little brown.
Concert in here, Freddie.
Oh, hi, next Thursday night. Singer up there's promised to do it for now.
All ticket do.
Oh, charge them £2 bob a time, whatever you think.
Probably a few hundred.
Just come in handy for Eddie's wife, that will. She'll be feeling the pinch now, won't she, love it?
Get on with you, Yorkie. Sup your beer. Who's paying?
Yeah, we're having a lip at your place tonight, mate. I could do with a bit of a food slop up.
Don't you think I see enough of you fellas? 10:30 I'll be on that 121 bus up Langley.
Aye, she got you well taped, lad. Well, never mind. Hey, it's great news about that concert, eh?
Right, that's a week off, isn't it? I reckon we ought to have a whip round now. What do you say?
It's an idea. Well, how much is 4 pints? Oh, no, you're not having tonight.
No. There's a pound.
Well, a quarter half a note, there's a one.
That tanner sounds a bit paltry, don't it?
Yeah, then, make it a fiver.
Who's taking it?
Not me. She'll chase me if she sees me.
How's about me?
Give, Father. What are you trying to do? Spoil Yorkie's pitch?
Are you thinking of going when you've sold that?
You want me to take it?
I'd like you to, if you would.
I don't mind. Jude the obscure, who reached out after knowledge, toiled with his body in the day and studied in the watches of the night, who dreamed his dreams and struck valiantly for the cause. A patriot, a lover of human freedom and a fighter unafraid. And in the end, not gigantic enough to beat down the conditions that baffled and stifled him. A cynic and a pessimist.
Oh. I thought you were asleep.
Where have you been?
Made a session of it over at May's. Proper night of it. Eating tatty ash 2 o'clock this morning. I've got a mouth like a closet and guts like a swilby. Did you see Eddie's wife?
Yes. I gave her the money and told her about the concert next week. She's very upset.
It's understandable. She's got her hands full with 3 kids. But she'll cope till Eddie gets out.
She threatened to leave him.
Good lasses, Madge. He gets a bit on edge sometimes, but you can't blame her, can you? She won't leave it. By God, I'm going to soak these feet of mine when I get home tonight. They're murdering me.
You're starting work?
Well, I've got the chance of a job like that if I dive in and collar it before somebody else grabs it. I feel right knackered, though. Oh, you're going, eh?
Yes, I may as well.
Well, it wasn't all a waste of time, will it, mate? Happen you picked up a few gold nuggets to take back with you, eh? When you due back?
Oh, not for 3 weeks yet. I'll probably stay with my parents first.
I never got round to asking you. What's your old fella do?
He's a fitter. Works in a factory.
Never. Funny thing, I was dead keen on engineering myself once when I was a lad, but the old man was set again it.
Was he a bricklayer?
Stonemason. Not that I ever regretted it, mark you. I mean, I might not be a Michelangelo or out like that, but I can lay brick, lad. About the only thing I'm any good at.
That and politics.
Thing is, though, I don't often seem to get the chance nowadays, except just now and then when I'm on a job that's quiet, no trouble and a note. I can build, especially if it's work that calls for a bit of know-how. And there's not like it, you know, going home from a job at night, a job you're not ashamed of. I dare say your dad's the same, eh?
Oh, I suppose he is, yes. Except that he votes Liberal.
Liberal? A Tory with artist kicking boots on. You'll have to get to work on him, Mike, when you get back. Them pals of yours and all up at the university make a bit of a change from the rubbish they get shoved down their throats as a rule. I'll put kettle on.
A patriot, a lover of human freedom and a fighter unafraid. And in the end, not gigantic enough to beat down the conditions that... Jack London, people of the abyss.
Ah. And it fits, doesn't it?
Are you going with Steve?
No. No, the other end of town, a job out near Oldham.
I thought you were on the blacklist.
Why else do you think I'm going on lump? Just hide myself among them for a few days, like, you know, get some brass together and then I'll bail out.
And start all over again?
You getting at me?
I thought you were supposed to be against it.
I am.
2 nights ago, you lay in that bed and you cursed the men who accept the lump.
There's a difference. With me and Steve, it's different. We can take it or leave it. I mean, he's a scaffolder, I'm a brickie. We're tradesmen. We can latch onto the lump when it suits us and get off it when it doesn't. Not like the navvies, you know. Fellas who probably haven't paid tax or had their card stamped for up to a year or more. Can't read or write, a few of them, and that makes them too scared to jack it in case they get in trouble. Packed like cattle, some of them, in lodging houses. Meat on the hoof, cheap and in good supply. Irish, mainly, shipped from all 26 counties. As often as not, the house they live in is owned by the fellow that works the lump, and that really puts them in pawn. Ganger man who cracks whip here is called Maguire.
Up you get, the lot of you! Dolan, come on, stir yourselves. You as well, Keegan. Come on now. It's all out there waiting for you. The mud, the clay, the wind, the water. Walsh! Come on now, shape yourself.
What time is it, McGuire?
It's after 6:15. The breakfast is lying on the table waiting on you.
I believe in God the Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth.
Where's me
and
bloody
in Jesus
matches?
Christ, his only begotten Son, who was conceived by the Holy Ghost, born of the Virgin Mary, suffered under Pontius Pilate, was crucified, died and buried. He descended into hell. The 3rd day he arose again from the dead. He ascended into heaven and sitteth at the right hand of God the Father Almighty.
Roll on tonight.
From thence he shall come to judge the living and the dead.
I pity the Maguires of this world when them lads break loose. Be a few brokenheads lying around, I can tell you.
And yet you despise them.
No more than I despise you for asking daft questions. An Irish Catholic's a good man to have on a picket line, Mike. You can kill him, but you can't eat him.
Last night, you do remember last night, don't you, the conversation we had in the club?
Just about.
Yorkie, are you a communist?
Well, who do you think that is, then? Winston Churchill?
Seems a very reasonable question to ask in the circumstances. But don't answer it if you don't want to.
No, don't you worry about that, lad. If I didn't want to, I wouldn't. It's just that I tend to get annoyed if some fella tells me to get back to Russia. If I get annoyed enough, I'll clobber him.
Well?
Well, of course I'm a communist. Not the sort you're thinking about, though. Party here couldn't organise a booze-up in a brewery. And that's funny, because you mention the word communist to some people and they hide under bed. Think all they're doing down in King Street is plot revolution. Like Wilson said when the seamen were on strike, but all that talk about a red plot, lad, load of rubbish. Look, when the Liverpool men went south to try and persuade the London dockers to come out in support of the seamen, it was the Communist Party giving the knockback. Just same thing at Pitts. For over 20 years now, the party's held sway in at least 3 British major coalfields. What have they done? Pits are closing, men going down the road. And what used to be the backbone of the British working class, the miner, broken, demoralised, shattered. And apart from organising a few lobbies and signing a few petitions, what has the Communist Party done about it? Note, there hasn't been one single official strike in any British coalfield since before the war. And I'll tell you this. If I were a member of the British Communist Party and somebody accused me of plotting revolution, I'd sue them for libel. And if that old man was still alive, he'd drop cork-legged at some of their antics.
Well, what are you then?
Mind, it's the leaders I'm on about, not the lads on the job. I carried a card myself once, till the South Bank strike. That's when I cottoned on. They're not after altering out, lad. All they want's a few seats down in the gas house at Westminster where they can sit and talk trash with the other middings.
They're not left enough for you?
Not by a long chalk. If they'd done what they should have done after war, we'd have had socialism now.
What about the Labour Party?
Wash out.
Everybody's out of step by you, eh?
Look, Mike, don't needle us. I got enough on me plate.
You lead a strike, fight the police and the union, and I help you. Doesn't that give me the right?
Earn it.
I thought I had.
Well, leave it, Mike. Go on back to your boots, convert your old man, but don't come here lecturing me unless you want the two of us to fall out.
And how do you justify going to work on the lump after all you said about it?
I explain. I don't justify.
Oh, a rather neat, evasive answer.
Said leave it.
Yorkie, I'm not sure that I want your kind of socialism.
Why? Are you frightened somebody's going to pinch your alarm clock? See there, you're out with the lodger. You stop over for a few nights, you look around, you shake your head and you're off again. And this time next year, you'll very likely be sat down in Trafalgar Square protesting about something. or sending a tin of dried milk to Vietnam. You don't have to live with it, lad, do you? Day in and day out. So don't you come here taking a rise out of me.
I'm not
Look
taking
at you.
a rise.
Daubed with that education they've given you. And when the time comes, you'll sell what you've got to the highest bidder. Because that's the logic behind it all. When they raid our granary and steal the best grain, bright lads like yourself, handpicked, groomed, headpieces geared to accept the pickings of the good life. But there's plenty more where you came from, lad. And they're not all of them going to get caught in it. That's why we got them beat every time. Because they can't destroy us without destroying themselves. They need us, but we don't need them. And that's what frightens them to death. It's like a gnawing of mice. We're down there in cellar, nibbling and working away at the foundations. Until one day we push the rotten lot over and start afresh.
I didn't mean it like that, Yorkie. I've more respect for you.
Then watch your tongue. I'm not asking for any medals, you know. I just want the book kept straight. It's no picnic what I do, lad. I've had the punch-ups, the midnight knocks, the paint poured through letterbox. You think I'd damn well enjoy that?
Well, why do it? Why go on?
I've seen myself laid here and sat here on this bed, head in my hands, nearly going daft with pressure of it all.
And why all this pain and effort for something you'll not even see or enjoy?
Because you don't have to see it, dear. You don't have to see it. As long as you live by it the best way you can, you share it as you go along.
Share? Share what? Prison with Eddie? Having to take abuse from men like Mason? Having to go on the lump because your name's on the blacklist? Is that what you share?
Yes, if need be. Because I'm a revolutionist. And I'll stay one until they drag me out feet first. In this life, it's all you can be, because Old to the Roads is blocked up, but I've opened the books, lad. I've seen for myself what's going on. I've made up my own mind. It's us against the state, which they own, lock, stock, and barrel. So either we eat them or they eat us. It's as simple as that.
Revolution means violence and bloodshed, and I don't think that's ever justified.
No? Well, I'm using a bit of violence now against you, aren't I? And if I were to squeeze just a bit harder...
Hey!
You'd have to use it back, wouldn't you, to defend yourself? You'd have to, and you'd be justified. Isn't a slave justified in using force to smash the fetters that hold him? Don't you talk to me about violence, lad. They invented it. And it's the only way these grabbers can hang on to what they've got. They're blind and greedy. They don't build anymore. They destroy. And like mad dogs, it's time they were put down.
By revolution?
By us. By men like Eddie, Steve, Gravedigger and myself, preaching, organising and building something that'll wrench it away from them. And that's what makes it all worthwhile. But old man, give us the map and the compass. We know where we're going, we know how to get there. And if it comes to violence, that's up to them. Because either they leave the room, or we show them the door. So, what time do you make it?
10:06.
Best be off. You can leave key with woman downstairs.
But Yorkie...
I'll see you again sometime. Take care, lad.
Get some more tonight. Right, hold tight now.
Twilight dew, roses are blooming in Picardy.
Morning.
Oh, hello there.
Where do I find Gaffer?
Well, which one do you want, Malloy or Maguire?
Whichever's general.
Oh, it's Malloy you want then. We'll show you where he is.
So.
Oh, you're a brickie, are you?
Ah. Time to get in.
Oh, what time is it now?
Quarter to.
Oh, it should be over on the other side now. If you follow the road round, you see what those fellas are booking on over there? Well, Malloy's office is just this side of it.
So.
Oh, Malloy's the agent, a queer fella. Walks with one foot in front of the other. You can't miss him.
6326.
821921.
9025.
I thought you were leaving.
I changed my mind.
You're glutton for punishment, aren't you? Come on to this, then. Hey, think on. I do the talking in case you put the stiffeners in for us. This be him. How do you do?
Morning.
I hear you wanting brickies.
I don't, but Maguire does on the other side.
Is he the lump man?
Yeah, I'll let the work out to him. I can put you in the picture if you like. Is this your carrier?
Aye. What's he paying first?
Come in the office.
How much?
That's up to Maguire. I reckon it'll be about 50 quid for the brick one.
And there's plenty to go at after, do you say?
Much more than Maguire will be able to handle. And paying at £8.10 a thousand brick.
Right, we'll carry on over there.
Just a minute, you've got to sign this.
What's this, then?
Nothing, just something to cover us, that's all. They've all signed...
Subcontractor declaration.
They've all signed that who work on the tape.
Have they? I'm classed in the trade as a subcontractor.
Same thing.
Therefore, I shall be responsible for my own income tax deductions, national insurance stamps, and holiday with pay arrangements, together with any other commitments required by statute. I've never come across this one before.
Saves a lot of arguments and just puts down on paper what happens anyway.
Here's your pen.
Yes, that's all right. Well, Maguire should be here any minute now. If you'd like to hang on outside, you'll get a lift up to the cabin.
That form, shouldn't I have signed it?
No, you're working for me now. I pay your wages. Hey, I'm a bloody gaffer. What do you think of that?
Morning, Mr. Malloy.
I've got a brickie and a carrier here for you, Maguire. A couple of good ones. Do you want them?
Right, give us them. See you at dinner, Mr. Malloy.
Make a start over in this corner. Yeah. Here's your up. That's where they bury the lump men. Get them out, lad, will you?
Right, load her up. You can use the old dumper there to fetch the bricks over. There's plenty of sand and cement to go at, so you'll be all right.
How are you going to fix a price for this?
I'll look after you. We'll work something out. Where did you work last?
Leeds, Sheffield, Durham.
Travelling man, are you?
I go where the money is.
Ah, what they say with us, you'll get plenty.
That's very decent of you.
There's lots of work in this town for good trowel hands and carriers. You'll not go short with us. I got brickies here, only £40 a week, so I have.
You're paying £8.10 a thousand, according to Malloy.
Regular, no fly-by nights. Money on the nail for work done and no questions asked. And if you're looking for digs, I got my own lodging house.
Oh, no. No. That'd be putting too many eggs in the one basket. I mean, if I fell out with you, I'd be looking for a bed.
What's your name?
Adam. Jack Adam. His name's Mike.
I'll be round after to see about fixing the price.
What's wrong with now, Mr. Maguire? I always like to know what I'm on before I start, though.
Do you not trust me?
Oh, yes. Lend us a fiver. Same thing, isn't it? I mean, where's the difference?
I tell you what I'll do with you, Adam. I'll put you on daily rate till this little bit of a job's over, and then pay you over the odds. How'll that suit you?
Yep.
The lad here can work for the navvies.
How do you fancy it, Mike? Might only be for a couple of days.
I'm easy.
Looks like he's a gaffer now.
Yeah, that's right.
Who keeps me going?
He does. You look after him, Mike, and in between you with the navvies. Hey, Nolan!
Hello.
Your man here's working with you.
Aye, right, yeah.
How long are you going to be with us?
Shouldn't be more than a couple of days.
Who's keeping the brickie going?
Me.
Well, don't be standing there. Drop that and get stuck in.
I want that 6 foot dig by tonight.
There's none of them much, cop. They've been here ages.
Ah, well, out's better than out, I suppose. Only, lad didn't reckon on navvying, you know, not when he come here.
Oh, thick as concrete, that lot. Mind you, don't stand any nonsense from them. I don't mind running errands for tradesmen, but not for navvies. I mean to say, why should I?
I reckon these will do him.
What, them? Oh, you can have them.
Sure.
Oh, are you going to have a brew up now?
Well, I brought me can, didn't I?
Oh, aye, so you did. I used to be a hot carrier myself, you know, till I had me fall. Yeah, some stupid bloody scaffolder left a trap and I copped it.
Bad 'un?
Oh, bad enough. Fell 15 feet. Busted my ankle here in 2 places. Ah, but I can't complain. It's getting better now all the time.
Working for Maguire, were you?
No, Malloy. Oh, I've been with him now over 4 years.
On the lump.
Oh, yeah, always a lump.
Get any compensation?
Oh, no, couldn't. Mind you, it wasn't his fault. But you see, Malloy wasn't insured in them days. Oh, don't get me wrong, he's a good fella, Malloy. Well, he was very decent to me in any case. Because he could have thrown me out there and then on the spot, instead of keeping me on the way he did.
Should do us.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll drop over before dinner. See if you want anything fetched down from the shops.
Thanks, Rooney.
You're welcome.
Right, come on, push it till I like little old women.
Go on, oh. Go on.
Is it not heavy enough when they're having you on it as well?
Bent up over that hole. Go on and earn your...
Will you push, Keegan, or I'll have your guts for garters? Get your backs into it!
Hey, give us a chance, will you?
Come on, hurry on now.
Terrible, man. Oh, come on with you.
Come on!
Will you push? Wave me boots.
Well, if you were a horse, I wouldn't waste $50 on you. I know somebody who'll be getting no money on Friday.
Hey! You won't be able to take that holiday in the Riviera. Come on, pull it.
You want to keep off the nest? You're losing your strength. Come on.
I told you it was easy, didn't I? There you are. Give you an appetite for your lunch.
You're useless lot.
Did you ever see anything like that in all your life? Little fella like that, big guy, eh?
Oh, it was.
Well, we both got stuck then.
I'll stick my boot, yeah.
Right. Right. Come on, sign the book.
Where is it?
Keegan, there.
Hey, stand
Right,
back
chap.
there. Wait, hold
Come
on.
on, you
Hey, you want? Hey, don't spend all that on booze and boards, sure you won't.
Give us the pencil and shut your mouth, will you, Rooney?
That's great.
Thank you very much.
Did I get the overtime?
Come on, schoolboy, here, sign.
Can he write?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Rooney, you're like a
Ah,
winner
shut up, Nolan, for God's sake. Just sign the book.
See you in the morning, Jack.
Okay.
I'm not in till Monday.
All right.
A couple more days like this one, I'll be ready to put my skates on again.
Will you go on that stage over there and let Welsh fill it up to you? Hey, easy now. You'll have the sighting on us. Yeah, that side's as safe as Welsh's job. Am I going too fast for you?
I'm sorry.
Will you stop punishing the lad? Well, look, he'll have to shape up a lot better than this if he's going to work with me. Look, if you can't keep her up, you better tell Maguire.
Take the tea over there for you, Mike. Ah, go, you lads have shifted some muck, aren't you?
We don't stop for the tea break here. We're allowed a bite and a drop to drink, providing we keep working.
I need you to knock us some compo.
When he comes back, Welsh, you better go up on the stage and let him throw up to you. I am not.
Then you swap with us.
What for? Why should I? Ah, you Dublin Jack Keen.
I'll sling up to the lad.
And you can try chasing me.
I thought you said you needed some comfort.
Yeah. Giving you a rough time of it, are they? I can soon see Maguire, you know, and put a stop to it. I can have you taken off that back here with me if you
No,
like.
you mustn't. Besides, Nolan and Keegan are all right. It's just that Welsh.
Up to you.
Hey, Yorkie, do all navvies get paid the same?
It varies. It can be out between £3 and £5 a day on the lump.
Nolan reckons they average about £4.
Sounds a lot, doesn't it? It is a lot. Till you come to realise they work all hours God sends. There's no pay for holidays or wet time. And there's no safety rules to cover them.
Well, can't something be done about it?
But the first thing is to get them off the lump and into the union.
Well, why don't you?
Not what I'm here for.
Well, even though Maguire treats them like animals.
Now, look, I warned you what it was like before you come, didn't I? Maguire's got these fellas in a straitjacket. They can only get themselves out of it.
Perhaps they just want a lead.
Not from me, lad. Not lads like this, anyway. They wouldn't listen. Besides, you heard me and Stephen Gravedigger t'other night, didn't you? There's more important jobs once organising elsewhere.
It's as easy as that. You just turn it on and turn it off.
Because you're still wet behind the ears, you can't reckon up why, can you? Go on, get back over there. And do as I say, keep your nose clean. Say an out. It won't do any good. Take this back with you. Give him a drink.
Hey, have some tea.
More. More. Here, then. No, thanks. Here. Stop. Hey, finish with this, Mike.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right, Joe Welsh. Let's see what you're made of. It's starting to rain again. Can you feel it? Bouncing down now, right? Hey, Greg, probably look at your mate. He's sheltering under the scaffolding he is.
Well, why don't we?
Mike! Mike! Come on under!
I'm calling you.
What are you going to do?
Oh, I don't know. What do you reckon? Do you think it'll pass?
Oh, it's just a shower. It'll blow over.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Who else is working in it? The concreters. Well, what are we going to do then?
He'll dock us our pay.
I'm not staying out in this.
Hey, well, wait a minute.
It's Maguire around.
Ah, he's in the office.
Yeah, watch him for us out of the window.
Well, you can stay if you like. I'm going.
Oh, come on then. Aren't you coming? Look, when you're wet, you're wet. Besides, if McGuire clubs you.
Is he coming?
No. I said that fella's skirt stiff anyway. Here, give us a light, somebody.
What are you going to do if McGuire turns up? Come on, chuck it down. Let's get it over with.
Ah, it's only God watering his own little flowers.
Where's the others?
There they are over there under cover with the bricky.
Hey, cat!
Hey, Walsh! All you need now is wet feet. Quack, quack! Quack, quack, quack! Quack, quack!
A fine bunch of fellas you lot. Walsh out there in the hole and you hiding in under the scaffold. Now, what you make of that, eh, Adam? What you make of that?
It's coming down heavy, McGuire.
Hey, you
it's
see?
lovely,
You
it's
see?
lovely. Sure, a bit of water will do you no harm.
What are you, a bunch of old women, is it?
Hand out the sou'westers there.
Yeah, right, here.
You see how I look after yous? Now, come on, get them on your heads and let's do a bit of work. You as well, Mike.
Oh, could maybe give it a couple of minutes to see if it eases off,
What
Eddie.
do you mean eases off? If the juice drops out of the sky and you just want to sit on your fat all morning?
Yeah, I'll wash some of the muck off you. Come on.
Come on, let's have a go then.
Mike, have a mooch round, will you? See if you can find us any tie wires. I seem to have run out.
Looney will fetch them for you.
Yeah, I've got a sack full over in the cabin.
He'll fetch them over now. You all right, Mike?
Not in this rain. Hey, it's a troublemaker we have here, McGuire, on our hands, and no mistake.
Are you refusing to go to work?
No, not refusing, but it's stupid. Look at it. How can you expect anyone to work in that?
What kind of a fella have you got there, Adam? A hod carrier, and he's frightened of a bit of rain.
Lad isn't covered up, is he? Not for navvying out it wet.
Well, that's his lookout. What in the name of God do you want? Other fellas to carry you while you're hiding under cover.
No.
Come on, lad. This will soon blow over.
I'm refusing to work in it. If you had any sense, you'd do the same.
Strike me dead if he isn't looking for a blow or a curse. Looking for a bleeding agitator. Trying to encourage the other fellas, is that it?
I'll bleed and agitate him. Pack your bags, you're fired.
Now, just a minute.
That's all right, Adam. I'll get you another carrier. Get off the site!
What about my pay?
Pay? What's he talking about?
The impudence of the lad, what?
You haven't even dirtied your hands.
I still want pay.
Take it out of that! Take it out of that.
Look, I'll stand it. Now, pay the lad and dock it out of mine.
What for? Sure, he's done now. Go on. Sod off. Take your hook. Get off the site.
Not without my pay.
Mike, leave it. I'll set you right.
It's not just the money.
No, it's the principle, isn't it?
Do as I say. I'll see you after.
An hour and a half he owes me.
All right, suit yourself.
You know, Adam, I don't think this fella's got the sense he was born with.
I'll demolish him. Look at when McGuire here nods, men jump.
Now, that's twice I'd warned you.
Now, come on, off the site. Off the site!
Not until I get
Leave it, lad. Do what your mate says and just leave it.
Let's all leave it.
Shut your mouth.
McGuire doesn't own you. You don't have to work out in that.
Now, you hold your tongue.
All you have to do is to walk off this site, and there's nothing that he or anybody else can do about it.
Hey! How would you like a punch in the face? What? A long illness or a sudden death? Which one is it going to be? Come on, which one?
Go on, make soup of him, Rooney.
Come on.
Have him for your dinner.
He's just a lad, McGuire.
Whose side are you on? Remember, I'm well able for you.
Hey, not bad, what? Me near twice his age, and with a gammy leg and all. Come on, put them up. Put them up before I beg you one. Come on out, you dirty little coward. Fight like a man, unless you want to grovel at me feet like a girl.
I don't want to fight.
Oh, is that right then? Here then, like I'd hit a woman. Ew! I'll tell you what, I wouldn't allow any man do to me what I've just done to you now. He got even fights like a girl and
You
all.
must have fell over me butt.
Oh, look at the state of him, full of mud he is.
Why don't you go home, lad, before you get hurt?
Give me my pay and I'll go.
Well, if he isn't the troublest fellow I ever saw, I'll tell you what, McGuire, give us a word and I'll drop him in his tracks. I'll give him a touch of the old 1, 2. Oh, let go me hand! Let go me bleeding hand! Let go, you're bursting every bone in me!
Mike, get the tools.
You're not quitting now, Adam.
Don't forget the level. It's in there somewhere with my bag. By the way, my name isn't Adam. It's Yorkie. I'm the man who led the strike over at Nielsen's.
I knew it! I knew there was something between them two.
That was in Manchester where the fellow went to jail. I've heard stories about you.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something. They're all true. Hurry up.
You're a bloody communist. Why don't you go back to Russia where you belong?
What about the money? Leave it.
Never mind the money. What about them boots?
Why
ours?
should we? Because this is on the lump.
And I'll offer you what I offer the lad here. If you want your pay, take it out of that.
Come on, Mike, let's get out of this ring.
Oh, no, you don't. Not with them boots on, you don't.
3 hours' work between us for a pair of rotten gum boots. I call that a fair swap.
Where's your shoes?
They must be in that bag.
Take your hands off that bag.
Now, change them.
Leave it. All right, Maguire. Now you can put them all back at you.
Hey, he's just begging for it, isn't he? Just standing there begging for it.
Oh, Rooney, for Christ's sake, give it a rest, will you? And before you do that, wipe them.
How will this do you?
Just stinking.
Go on, Maguire. Go on, Owen.
Stop him! Easy, lads. Leave him quick.
Oh.
Go on. Go on. Go on. Put the boot in. Go on. Lovely.
Yorkie! Oh, 9!
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death. Amen.
Get out of here.
For Christ's sake, get some shovels! Hey.
Where's the other fellas?
Holy Mary, Mother of God.
Hurry up!
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed
Hey, Darla, Keegan!
Get some more fellas, quickly! I got his leg.
Have you got him? Huh?
I got him! Got him now. Take your leg. For the love of Christ, give it a hand with.
I can't hear anything.
He's dead.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive them which trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
You don't have to see it, do you? If you live by it best way you can, you're sharing it as you go along. Well, it wasn't all a waste of time, was it? Happened you picked up a few gold nuggets to take back with you.